What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're at the Amazon warehouse and I wanted to make a video explaining some things, some mistakes that drivers make, such as I've made some of these mistakes, and some tips and tricks that will help you make the most on your Amazon block. Okay, not make the most, make it easier for you to do your Amazon block. So the first thing you do when you walk into the Amazon warehouse is you're going to scan your ID. Every single time I have came to the warehouse to do a block, there is at least one person who is searching for their ID, don't have it on them, and they have to leave because that is the only thing that gets you past the front door in the warehouse. And if you don't have your ID to scan, you cannot continue or pick up any blocks. So the second thing is you could start your block 15 minutes early, or if you arrive 5 minutes late, you could still scan your ID. Now, if you're 6 minutes late, you are missing your block. You cannot continue with it. You forfeit your block, basically. So, a little hack that I have discovered after multiple times of seeing this happen to myself and the group of drivers that I walked in with. So the Amazon app will schedule drivers, and sometimes they scheduled more drivers than they need for that block hour. There was 2 separate times that I was in line inside the warehouse. I had already scanned my ID, I'm waiting in line, and there are no more blocks. So you have to wait. I think a timer starts and you wait like up to 30 minutes. And then I was prompted in my phone to go pick up a block. The person behind me was, and then the rest of the people were sent home. So if I had walked in maybe 5 minutes later than what I did, I would have been sent home with pay. Now that's the important part here, with pay. So they don't have to do any work. They could literally just go home, but they still get paid. So if you show up 15 minutes early, like I said, you could scan your ID and go in and pick up your cart. But if you wait until like the 3 o'clock, you are more likely to be the group of people who are sent home. But I would not count on this all the time. It happens to me twice. One time I was in that group and I got to just go home with pay because they ran out of carts. And another time I was one of the last ones to get the cart because I had walked in before like 10 people behind me. So if I would have just waited maybe 5 minutes, I would have been sent home too. So that's a little hack. I mean, it's not going to happen all the time. If you were ever one of those drivers that was sent home with pay because they ran out of blocks for that hour, let me know down below. I don't think it happens often. So this one might sound like a given, like we already know we're supposed to do these things. Don't show up to the warehouse with an empty tank of gas in your car, okay? Make sure you fill up your tank before you arrive to the warehouse. And then while you're there or at home, bring some food, bring some snacks, some drinks along the way. If you have like a 3 or 4 hour block, you're gonna get hungry. You're gonna need to stay hydrated. Oh, and a charger. Make sure your phone is completely charged because you are using it the whole time you are delivering. The app will tell you what address to go to next. You take a picture and then you are navigating to the next house. You are constantly using the navigation. Make sure you have a good charger because the app runs non-stop on your phone and it will drain your battery. Track your miles. All of the miles that you use while delivering these packages are a tax write-off, and I believe it's 63 cents. I might be wrong, 64 cents maybe. You get that off of your taxes. So use apps such as Stride, Gridwise. I use the Solo app. I am partnered with Solo and they automatically track your miles. So that's the good part. If you forget to toggle on when you are starting your shift, they will automatically. Another feature that Solo has is the guaranteed earnings, which is usually a lot for doing Amazon Flex. If the Solo app is showing you a guaranteed amount for those hours and it's closer to $20 or $22 an hour, the Solo app will pay you the difference when you complete your block. They will pay you the difference out, and that is just extra money in your pocket. I'll leave a link down below where you can get $10 just for starting a subscription and testing out all of their features. We could write off a lot of things. I have baskets that I use to separate my packages, and I put them in like laundry baskets. So those are a write-off. My car charger, and I make sure I always have a marker or like a pen in my car so that when I am separating and organizing the packages, I can write on the packages what number stop they are, so that I could just look for the number, grab and go when I pulled up to the address. If you need more help on organizing, it took me several times to come up with this strategy, but I made a video that got a lot of views, and then it's helping a lot of people how I organize my packages, so I can link that one down below. So a mistake that I made one time, I was delivering, and there was like really nice high-end apartments that I could not get in the gate. Okay, I even pulled off to the side and I waited about 10-15 minutes for someone else to go through the gate so that I could follow them in, but nobody came, and I realized that I just wasted so much time. I should have just marked it as undeliverable. Now sometimes there'll be like a key on the app where you could get to the gate and you could click open gate basically, and it will register that you're there and the gate will magically open. But this time it was like there was nothing popping up. It just said basically navigate to the house. I tried to contact the customer, there was no response. So after waiting 15 minutes, I finally just clicked it where it was not deliverable and moved on to my next package, which meant I did have to bring it back to the warehouse. I believe you have 24 hours to bring it back to the warehouse, but personally for me, I don't want packages just sitting in my car overnight. That's not my property, so I like to come right after my shift, just come straight back to the warehouse if I need to. Yes, it's more gas, and if you need to do that, make sure you are tracking those miles as well, but don't wait too long if you can't deliver a package, okay? So when you are delivering these packages, please place them down gently on the ground. I have seen so many videos on TikTok where the driver is just like chucking it onto the porch, and unless you want to end up on TikTok and go viral for doing that, just place it down gently on the porch. Make sure it is out of the view from the street, or out of if it's going to rain, make sure the package is not going to get wet. So this last one I'm going to leave you guys with is, it does not matter if you end your shift early, like if you're done with all the packages early, or if you take more time to deliver your package, you are still going to get paid that rate that you accepted at the beginning. You're not going to get paid more for taking longer, and there is no reward for ending it and being done like an hour before. Most of the time I can be done like an hour or 30 minutes before my end time, the time that I was scheduled to, but there's no reward. You don't get pat on the back or anything unless you do it yourself, you know. You're done, you get to go home. But if you take longer than what you have scheduled, you're not going to get confiscated. You're not going to get paid any more for taking more time, so that's on you. If you do come to the end of your time, you can keep going if you got a couple more and you're out there anyways. You might as well do it. But if you have some left, you could just take them back to the warehouse, and you know, somebody else can do it the next day. So let me know if you have any questions. I have been delivering with Amazon for a couple of years now, and even I have trouble on some shifts. I mean, something is always going to come up. You just need to know how to navigate around it. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. If you want me to do any other type of Amazon Flex videos, let me know as well. I have been refreshing the app, trying to get a block it has been pretty difficult for me and the time that I am available to do that. So hopefully we get a vlog here soon and I could take you along with me. Until then, you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.